Thank you very much. Good evening, stay tuned, switch off, shut up, good night, hello, and goodbye. Tonight, as is my wont, I will I not, be extremely rude to a number of highly distinguished people, most of them Derek Nimmo. I shall also be dropping in unexpectedly for a cup of tea as part of our attempt to make this programme more down-market than a second-hand fruit stall. Yes. But before that, will you welcome, please, one's very first guest tonight, the eminent scientist and philosopher, Dr. Anthony Vermeerl.
Good evening.
No, not yet. Now, I think I'm right in saying, am I not, correct me if I'm wrong, that you are responsible for forming what is possibly regarded as the most important scientific theory to be developed this century?
Yes, that's correct, yes.
Shut up. Tell us about your pet lobster. Have you not in your possession a pet lobster called Fido?
Well, yes, I mean, one of my daughters has a pet lobster, yes, but,
Who does impressions of the Pope?
Pardon?
Your pet lobster Fido does impressions of the Pope, does he not?
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't come here to talk about a pet lobster. I came to talk about my scientific theory, actually.
Sure, right bloody boring interview this has turned out to be. Dr. Vermeerl, for the moment, thank you very much. Get off my show. Now the part of the programme one has all been waiting for. In these days of recession, it's good to know, is it not, that there is still a thriving opera scene, Act 3, Scene 1 of Rigoletto, to be exact. But I must stop being flippant, or my producer will rent out my upper lip as a car wash. Anyway, I'm delighted, in fact, to have with me today one of opera's most distinguished sopranos, Signorina Maria Ballast. Welcome, Maria.
Grazie.
Now, Maria, in common with many coloratura sopranos, you are you not, enormously fat?
Si. My body is the size of a small asteroid.
And indeed, only recently, Italy granted you independence, did it not?
Yes. Yes, I am now officially a republic and shall be sighting cruise missiles by the end of the year.
Indeed. Now, the operatic roles you're required to play, on the whole, are those of petite wastrels, are they not? Is there not some discrepancy?
Not at all. Show me a girl under 15 tons who can produce the voice required for these parts.
That, of course, is the voice of a constipated tomcat. That was Maria Ballast, who, along with Luciano Hippopotamus, will be appearing at the Albert Hall all this week if they can get the roof off. Good night is what I bid you. Stay tuned.
A word in your show, like. We,
The management,
have noticed that certain elements of you
the audience,
have been smirking. It's a shame, that. That is a shame. Because as Ron here always says...
smirking can seriously damage your health.
Oh, dear Ron, they're laughing now. Tap, 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 tap.
And one from me. Tut.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't laugh at Ron. It makes him feel stupid.
Stupid, Ron.
So don't laugh no more.
More, Ron.
Business. Me and Ron have decided to disembark on a new business adventure. We've noticed you're all getting a bit podgy, a bit lackadaisy. So we've decided to open a new gymnasium. And we're calling the establishment...
Jim's Ron. Ron's Gym.
The gymnasium has all modern conveniences.
And toilets.
For the ladies.
Hair aerobics.
In the form of shape up and dance with Ron.
Or else.
And for the gentlemen, all kinds of facilities for different sorts of training.
Fitness training, circuit training, and weight training.
Well, why not try our new posh bath? What has got loads of waves and bubbles in that? The Jacuzzo. Or, if you're a little chubby, fear not. Only last week, Ron here helped a lady lose 2 stone in an afternoon. How'd you manage that, Ron?
Sauna.
Sauna, Ron?
Yeah, I sauna her leg off.
Half the price of footwear, madam. Listen, if you pay to join our very expensive club, you will become
A member.
But if you don't pay, you will become...
Dismembered.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of advice. Be good boys and girls. Because if you don't, Ron here might have to pay you a little visit. And he might have to get out his doodah.
The doodah, Ron.
Ron, the doodah, Ron. I mean the bendy bird. The floppy friend. The pliant pullet. The...
Rubber chicken.
No, sir.
Chicken. Now, I may say, may I not, nay, yea, I may, that was a highly funny moment, nay, one of the highest, funniest moments of momentousness I have ever witnessed in my brief but beautiful life. Now the next sketch is what I bid you.
Isn't it a lovely day? When I woke up this morning, and I don't mind telling you this, because it's not private, I felt vibrant. It was as though someone had brushed my teeth for me during the night. You know, all sort of tingly. Leonard, that's my husband. I call him that, husband, because I'm married to him. Was still lying there snoring away outside on the doorstep where he'd been since the night before. When he'd put the milk bottles out and the door slammed on him, I said to him, Leonard, I'm not opening the door to anyone at 11:30 at night. You never know who it might be. So anyway, I took the letters out of his mouth where the postman had left them. And I said, Len, lovey, I'm going for a walk. Make yourself useful while I'm out and clean the house up. All right, he says. I will, he says. Let's hope it stays fine, he says. I think it will, he says. Touch for Micah. He thought that up on the spur of the moment, you know. I thought it was very funny, actually. But I didn't laugh at the time because it's unlike him to be amusing and I thought he might be sickening for something. Oh, he's been very difficult lately. So I took this opportunity of having a casual word with him. Of course, then he started to cry. Some people think that's the sign of a true man, but personally, I think it's the sign of a crybaby. And I told him so. Ah, did he listen? Did he? No, he didn't. Oh, he was the same during the war, just the same. When he used to come home with his shirt hanging out and a red rim round his head from that tin hat, I said to him, Leonard, are you a man or what? Give him his due, though. He went for me. He called me an ignorant vixen. Well, I'm sure I don't know where he picked up that vulgar expression. Sticks and stones, I said. Sticks and stones, Leonard. Oh, hop it, I said. Of course, it always gets to him when I say that. Hop it. Because he lost a leg at Normandy. I said to him, pull yourself together, man. Will you pull yourself together? But did he listen? Did he? Did he, Beethoven? He'd just finish up his scones and go off crying his way round the world. Whole battalions of Germans used to surrender because they couldn't stand the sight of his pathetic, whimpering figure. I used to feel such a fool in the local butchers.
Chaps, you're both now fully qualified fighter pilots. You've both got your wings, and all I can say is well done. Any questions? Collins.
Please, sir. I know, sir, that this sounds like a silly question, sir, and shoot me down in flames if it is, sir.
Go on.
Well, sir, Burroughs and I were chatting, sir, and we were wondering, sir, since we're fully qualified fighter pilots, sir...
Spit it out, Collins, go on.
Why haven't we been up in an aeroplane yet, sir?
Good question, Collins, good question. And the answer is because it's too expensive. You see, with these government cuts, the Royal Air Force can only afford to send one plane up at a time for half an hour every month. And that means it would take 3 months for the whole squadron to get fully qualified if you went up 2 at a time.
I'm sorry to be a stickler, sir, but the planes are only one-seater, sir.
Well, it means sitting on someone's lap, doesn't it, Colin? The plane, because we've just received 2 new flight simulators, which will give you all the experience you need. They're very expensive, and they behave exactly like real aircraft do, all right? Now, here they are here. All right, get in. Come on. Get in, come on, get in. Now, in order to reproduce combat conditions exactly, we're going to imagine, Collins, that you have been attacked by the enemy, that's you, Burrows, and I want to see you take proper evasive action, all right?
Right, sir.
Okay, put your money in.
I beg your pardon, sir?
10 pence, Collins. Put 10 pence in the box.
Nice way, sir! This is really nice!
Steady on, Burrows, steady on.
Sir, Charlie 19 to control. I'm doing all right up here, sir. Bandits at 10 o'clock, sir. I'm going up into the sun, sir.
Collins, he's given up now. You can stop.
I've got him in my sights, sir. Kamakoski!
Collins, don't touch that button, Collins.
I can see the reds of his eyes, sir.
Take it easy, you're not Douglas Bailey now, Collins.
Fire!
I take that back.
Yesterday, I'm driving down Whitehall looking for a fare, right?
Right.
Past the House of Commons, I'm driving along, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
No, I was on my own. And you know when you're passing the House of Commons and you're wondering what all those politicians are doing in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't wondering that. Because I knew what they was doing in there.
Nothing.
That's it. And I remembered what Bill Shakespeare said. He said, some politicians are born great, some politicians achieve greatness, but all politicians are two-faced lying bastards.
Very true.
Yeah. Know what I think?
No.
Well, take that Thatcher.
What, take her out and shoot her?
Nah, take her for example.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, she's got a nerve, ain't she? She takes people for a ride, carves them up, and then she's got the cheek to ask them to pay through the nose for it. Yeah.
A bit like cabbies, really. Evening. As I speak to you here tonight from my office in the very heart of the White House, I would like to take the opportunity not to talk to you about war or defense or about politics or about the economy. Instead, I would like to talk to you about that slimy, greasy-necked wappos down on our southwestern border. The Mexicans. You know, there is something singularly nasty and revolting about a bunch of lazy, good-for-nothing immigrant workers like the Mexicans. And I say that not out of malice or hatred, but simply because I can't stand their shifty little eyes. And the way they sit on their skinny little bums all day, drinking revolting wine and stealing the hubcaps of other people's automobiles. I have a message of truth, of sincerity, for any Mexican bandits watching in tonight. It is simply this. Get back to your skunk-infested wormhole of a country, you leather-skinned whoppies. We have no place for you here in this tolerant, peace-loving nation of ours. And that includes Lee Trevino. Why we ever let that loud-mouthed Mexican bumhead take part in our golf championships is totally beyond me. Why, I was saying to the great Jack Nicklaus only the other day, when he called in here, as he always does, why doesn't one of your pro golfers give that little Mexican screwball a 2-iron right down his big red rubber gullet? After all, peace-loving Americans, What do we have a democracy for if it's not to clobber loudmouth Mexican golfers to death every time they set foot on our golf courses? And I will tell you now, both something Nancy and I dislike about the Mexicans. It's the way they eat with their eyes closed and their mouths open. Our great forefathers who founded this great American nation of ours all those many years ago did not do so that lots of greasy Mexicans could come over here to our restaurants and eat like pigs. Which is why we here in the States have pledged our solid support towards the founding of a national anti-Mexican day, when all decent, honest, law-abiding American citizens can go around pulling the legs off Mexican immigrant workers. National Anti-Mexican Day is next Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And the week after that. And the week after that. We hope you will all join us in spreading the message of hope. The message that Nancy and I believe sums up the spirit of all decent American citizens. Wop a wop. Yes, wop a wop in 1984 and make the States a better country to live in. Cheers.
Don Wimble!
Dennis Ball.
How are you, old sport?
Oh, you know, to the same old racket. I say you're looking very well for somebody who's pushing 40, love.
What the deuce do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you haven't let yourself go to seed. I heard all about that ace service you gave to Virginia.
Virginia? Wait a minute.
Come on, you old Willanderer. I know you took advantage of Miss Wade. You're a right little Mac in Romeo.
Look. Okay, so I made a pass at her. I had a couple of ground strokes, that was all.
Did you lob her?
You filthy little ocker. Look, just because she asked me to tan her doesn't mean she let any man lick over her. Anyway, it wasn't my fault when she came to me in her net stockings. I told her it was out of the question. I wasn't Bjorn yesterday, you know. Tell me, did you go to the dance last night?
The ball was good.
You cannot be serious.
Yes, I went in a new car. My friend Ivan lended it to me. It's very smart, racy Austin. It's very good around the corners. Yes. Unfortunately, I had to leave early, though.
Oh, I hope you weren't feeling illy.
Yes, I had a Nastasi case of gerolitis. Nav rattle over, the gulagongs.
Did it hurt?
Only around the Mark Cox when I went for a Schlesinger.
Well, I hope you didn't bust a Mottram.
No, but I did get my centre court.
New balls, please.
Mind your own business.
Now, it has it not, been said by people who ought to know, ought they not, that listening to me is like hearing the sick witterings of a brain-damaged parrot. Now, all that will be said by me on that subject. If you know where that parrot is, I'd love him to come on my show. Now, shut up, listen to this.
You fluffy bear!
Squidgy poos!
Poochie
Wudgy wudgy poos!
Poodle woodle Putchkin paw.
Bunchy diddle boo boo!
Piggy. Chucky. Coochie. Coo.
Sweetie pups! Honey bunchy booby bim bim! Jimpy woozy flippity dippity.
Treacle puff.
Kiss her jungle lips.
Diddlekin.
Binky bonky dumpling pie.
Len? What was that? What is that?
That was your cue.
No. You may do that to Melvin Bragg and Brian Woolman. No, not to me. Not to me, no. Mine is this cue. Okay? And I speak on the up. Do you understand? I'm not being awkward. I'm not being awkward. Let me just say that now. Okay, should we do it again? Good evening. My name is John Blunt. No relation to Anthony. And I'm head of overseas sales for this company making this particular television program, and head of everything else for that matter. As you can see, the number of people on this studio floor is not insignificant. So if we couldn't con foreigners into buying programs like this, we wouldn't make any money. These people wouldn't have their BMWs. And I wouldn't have my 5 acres in Berkshire. What I've decided to do, then, what I've decided to do is to show you a section of a show we're making for Norwegian television, and I'd be grateful if you could all just sort of, you know, add to the spirit of it all and react in the way that you think possible. It's called Trom al Herzog, Trom Dick om Helsingborg, or something like that. Where you go.
Up dem!
Op dem de huve misrud.
Åh, Schulte.
Og skjølte midt i kulle høber.
Dom de plomf! Dom de plomf! Hvor længe skal jeg bukke til de får skyde bøde?
Op dem, Christine.
Yes. Now, you may think that mildly amusing, but any Norwegian watching would instantly be changing his trousers now.
Oh, Schulte!
Åh, Schulte, I'm dem Dickie Henderson.
Nein! Dickie Henderson ist deine Schmucksborte? Penis?
Yes, marvelous. You all laughed. Incredible. Penis is, of course, a universally funny word. It's remarkable to think that such a small amount of flesh can be so incredibly funny. There we go. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Remember that? Penis, yes, universally funny word. Except in Norway, where it actually means a hammer used in the construction of log-burning stoves.
Schulte!
Donge!
Åh, donge hypestruve fjodde
Åh,
snø!
fjorde, shit.
Gubbi! On tour!
Gebirdi.
Gebødi.
Gebirdi.
You finished, have you? Excellent. Okay, go along and get changed. Very good, I thought. Very good, by the way. Right, okay, marvelous. Now, that's the end of that particular sketch, for the time being, anyway. Dave, on the technical side, not one of the best performances by a camera crew in 1984 on a television comedy, is it?
All right for me, love.
Yes. Well, Dave, you're one person who instantly will be seeing something, and this applies to many of the BMW drivers on this particular show. And it's probably not the thing you're thinking of, because I have here something which they'll all be seeing a lot more of, all these BMW camera operatives, and that's a personalized number plate. Hold it there. The roller's off center. Do I have to do everything? Cue roller.